Planning your first cruise and worried about making costly mistakes? You're in the right place. I'm about to share 7 common errors that cost first-time cruisers hundreds of dollars every single trip. The surprising part? Cruise lines actually benefit from these mistakes, which is how they increase their revenue by millions each year. I understand how overwhelming it can be. There's so much to organize, and so many details to consider. But some mistakes go beyond just inconvenience. They can seriously impact your budget. We're talking about hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars that you could have saved. Today, I'm walking you through the 7 biggest mistakes first-time cruisers make, and more importantly, exactly how to avoid them. Stay with me because mistake number 5 catches almost everyone, and it can devastate your budget. Let's get started. The first mistake is one that cruise lines absolutely love: the unlimited beverage package. Before you book it, ask yourself this important question. Will you actually consume 5 to 6 alcoholic drinks every single day of your cruise? That's the break-even point for most packages. Here's the reality. Most cruise lines charge between $50 and $70 per person per day for drink packages. On a 7-day cruise, that totals $350 to nearly $500 per person. And here's something crucial to know. Most packages require everyone in your cabin to purchase it. So if you're traveling with someone who drinks moderately, you're both paying the full price. Let me show you the math. A typical cocktail on most cruise lines costs about $12 to $15. That means you'd need to order at least 5 drinks every single day just to break even. Are you really planning to have 5 margaritas before dinner each night? Probably not. Now, there are definitely situations where drink packages make sense. If you enjoy wine with lunch and dinner, specialty coffees in the morning, sodas throughout the day, and cocktails by the pool, then it might be worth considering. But for the average person who just wants a couple of drinks with dinner, paying as you go is usually the smarter choice. Here's a helpful tip. Most cruise lines allow you to bring 1 bottle of wine per person on embarkation day. Check your specific cruise line's policy, pack that bottle, and you've just saved yourself $60 right there. The key takeaway? Calculate the actual numbers before purchasing that drink package. Your budget will benefit significantly. The second mistake feels like the safest option, but it's often the most expensive. Booking all your shore excursions directly through the cruise line. To be fair, cruise line excursions have clear advantages. They're convenient, the ship guarantees it won't leave without you if your tour runs late, and everything's professionally organized. But here's what they rarely mention. You're often paying double or even triple what you'd pay for the exact same tour with an independent operator. Let me share a real example. On a recent Caribbean cruise, the ship offered a snorkeling excursion in Cozumel for $95 per person. That seemed reasonable initially. But local operators at the port were offering the identical trip. Same equipment, same reef, same experience, for just $40. That's a savings of over $100 for 2 people. On just one excursion. Multiply that across several ports and you're saving hundreds. Now, I'm not suggesting you should never book through the cruise line. For complex or remote excursions, think glacier tours in Alaska or adventures in less developed ports. Cruise line excursions can be worth the premium for peace of mind. But for popular destinations like the Caribbean, Mexico, or Mediterranean ports, you can almost always find better deals with reputable local operators. Here's my recommended strategy. Use the cruise line's excursion list as your research starting point. It shows you what's available at each port. Then, search online for those activities and look for independent tour companies with excellent reviews. Websites like Viator, TripAdvisor, and even Facebook groups for specific ports can connect you with verified local operators. And here's a bonus suggestion. Some ports are incredibly walkable. In places like Nassau, Bermuda, or many European ports, you can literally walk off the ship and explore independently. No tour necessary. You just saved yourself another $100. The bottom line? Don't automatically default to booking through the ship. A little research makes a significant difference and keeps much more money in your pocket. Third mistake might seem old-fashioned, but it genuinely matters. Not bringing cash. I understand. It's 2025. Who carries cash anymore? But on a cruise, not having cash can actually end up costing you more money. Let me explain why. First, there's tipping. Yes, most cruise lines automatically add gratuities to your bill, usually $16 to $20 per person per day. But those automatic tips get distributed among the entire crew. If you had an exceptionally wonderful cabin steward or waiter who provided outstanding service, you'll want to tip them directly in cash. This is how you show genuine appreciation for exceptional service. And honestly, these crew members work incredibly hard. I typically bring about $50 to $100 in small bills, ones, fives, and tens, specifically for this purpose. It makes a meaningful difference to the people taking care of you throughout the week. But here's where not having cash really costs you: in port. Many Caribbean and Mexican ports have local markets and vendors who only accept cash. And those taxis you'll need? They strongly prefer cash too. Sure, some larger operations accept cards, but you're at their mercy if you're card only. I've heard concerning stories of people being overcharged on card transactions, or dealing with questionable charges appearing after the cruise. Additionally, if you're shopping at local markets, having cash gives you negotiating power. Try bargaining for a better price when you're using a credit card. It simply doesn't work. My recommendation? Bring at least $150 to $200 in cash. That covers tips, taxis, market shopping, and emergencies. Just keep it secure in your cabin safe when you're not using it. The key point: a reasonable amount of cash prevents situations where you're forced to overpay or miss out on great opportunities. Fourth mistake is one I see constantly with first-time cruisers: going overboard with specialty restaurant reservations. Now, I'm not saying specialty restaurants aren't worthwhile. Some of them are absolutely incredible. But here's the important thing to remember. You already paid for food, really excellent food, in the main dining room, at the buffet. Even room service on most ships is included. But cruise lines are masters at creating fear of missing out. They'll send you emails before the cruise. Reserve your spot at the Italian steakhouse. Don't miss our celebrity chef restaurant. And suddenly, before you realize it, you've pre-booked 4 specialty dining experiences at $40 to $75 per person each. Let's calculate that. That's $300 to $600 on top of the food that's already included in your cruise fare. For just 2 people. On a 7-day cruise. Here's my recommended approach. Choose 1, maybe 2, specialty restaurants for the entire cruise. Make them special occasions. Perhaps it's your anniversary, or you want to celebrate a milestone. But don't book one for every other night. And here's valuable insider information. The main dining room food is genuinely excellent. Like, truly excellent. Cruise lines have significantly improved their game. You can order multiple appetizers, try different entrees. There are no restrictions. Take full advantage of that. Also, many ships have complimentary specialty venues that first-timers don't even know exist. On Royal Caribbean, for example, there's often a Mexican cantina or burger venue that's included. On Princess Cruises, there's a pizza place and a 24-hour international cafe, all complimentary. Before you spend $200 on reservations, explore what's already included in your cruise fare. You might be pleasantly surprised. The guiding principle: treat specialty dining as the exception, not the standard. Your taste buds will be satisfied and your bank account will be much healthier. Mistake 5: using your cell phone like you're on land. Now for mistake number 5. This is the one that catches people completely off guard. Using your cell phone without putting it in airplane mode. I cannot overstate how many concerning stories I've heard about people returning home to cell phone bills in the thousands. Not hundreds. Thousands of dollars. All because they forgot to turn off data roaming. Here's what happens. Your ship sails into international waters, and your phone automatically connects to the ship's satellite network. Every text message, every email notification, every app updating in the background, it's all accumulating charges at astronomical rates. We're talking $10 to $15 per megabyte in some cases. One couple I know casually browsed Instagram for approximately 20 minutes while at sea and received an $800 bill from their carrier. Another person's phone automatically updated apps overnight, and they woke up to a $1,200 surprise charge. Here's what you absolutely must do the moment you board. Turn on airplane mode immediately. Then, if you need it, you can turn Wi-Fi back on separately. Most cruise lines offer Wi-Fi packages. They're not inexpensive, running anywhere from $15 to $30 per day, but at least you know exactly what you're paying up front. Even better, use the cruise as an opportunity to disconnect. Download movies, books, and podcasts before you board. Consider this your chance to actually be present in the moment. Watch the sunset. Have meaningful conversations. Play trivia in the lounge. You don't need to post everything to social media in real time. And if you absolutely must stay connected for work or family emergencies, purchase the cruise line's internet package before you sail. Pre-purchasing online is usually more affordable than buying it on board. Trust me on this one. The last thing you want is to end your amazing vacation with a bill that makes you physically ill. Professional tip. Take a screenshot of your airplane mode setting right when you activate it. That way, if there's ever a dispute with your carrier, you have documented proof you took appropriate precautions. Mistake number 6 is one people realize too late. Skipping travel insurance or purchasing the wrong type. I understand. Nobody wants to think about things going wrong. But here's the reality. Cruises represent a significant investment, and life is unpredictable. Flights get delayed. Family emergencies happen. Hurricanes alter itineraries. And if you're not properly protected, you could lose thousands of dollars. But here's what most first-timers don't realize. Not all travel insurance provides equal coverage. The basic insurance that cruise lines offer, usually called cancellation protection or something similar, often only covers very specific situations. And I changed my mind or I got sick the day before usually isn't covered. You need what's called cancel for any reason insurance, or seafarer coverage. Yes, it costs more, usually 8 to 10% of your total trip cost, but it actually provides real protection. It'll reimburse you for 75 to 90% of your trip if you need to cancel for almost any reason. Additionally, make sure your insurance covers medical emergencies at sea. Standard health insurance often doesn't cover international waters or certain countries. If you become seriously sick or injured on board and need to be airlifted to a hospital, you could be facing $100,000 in medical bills. I'm not exaggerating. My recommendation: purchase travel insurance from a reputable third-party company, not the cruise line. Companies like Allianz, Travelex, or World Nomads offer more comprehensive coverage. Read the policy carefully and make sure it includes medical coverage, trip cancellation, trip interruption, and missed connection coverage. It feels like an unnecessary expense until you actually need it. Then it becomes the best investment you ever made. And now for the final mistake. This one's a gamble that too many people take. Flying in on the same day your cruise departs. I understand the thinking. You're trying to save money on a hotel. You booked a morning flight, thinking you'll land by noon and board by 2 o'clock. What could possibly go wrong? Everything. Literally everything. Flight delays, weather issues, missed connections, long security lines, lost luggage. Any one of these situations happens, and suddenly you're watching your ship sail away from the dock while you're stuck at the airport. And here's the difficult truth. The cruise line isn't providing a refund. You just lost your entire vacation and every dollar you invested. This happens far more frequently than you might think. I've personally witnessed families running onto the dock in tears because their ship departed 10 minutes earlier. It's heartbreaking and completely preventable. Here's what you should do. Fly in at least one full day before your cruise departs. Yes, it means paying for a hotel, but that $100 to $200 is insurance against losing thousands on your cruise fare. Plus, you'll actually be relaxed on embarkation day instead of stressed and exhausted from travel. Many cruise lines even partner with port hotels that include parking for the duration of your cruise. Sometimes they'll include transfers to the ship. Research your options and book something close to the port. And here's a smart strategy. Use credit card points or hotel loyalty points for that pre-cruise hotel night. That way, it costs you essentially nothing but still provides that crucial buffer. The peace of mind alone is absolutely worth it. You'll sleep better knowing you're already in the departure city. You can explore the port city a bit. And you'll board the ship refreshed and ready to enjoy your vacation instead of frazzled from travel complications. Let's recap these 7 expensive mistakes. Number 1. Don't purchase the drink package without calculating the actual math first. Number 2. Skip the overpriced cruise line excursions and book independently when possible. Number 3. Bring cash for tips, taxis, and local markets. Number 4. Limit specialty restaurants to 1 or 2 special occasions maximum. Number 5. Put your phone in airplane mode immediately to avoid massive roaming charges. Number 6. Get comprehensive travel insurance with cancel for any reason coverage. And number 7. Fly in at least one day before your cruise departs. Avoid these 7 mistakes, and you'll easily save anywhere from $500 to over $2,000 on your first cruise. That's money you can use for your next vacation, or perhaps upgrading to that balcony cabin next time. Cruising is an incredible way to travel. But cruise lines are businesses, and they're exceptionally skilled at generating additional revenue. The difference between inexperienced and veteran cruisers? Experienced cruisers know exactly where to spend and where to save. Now you have that knowledge too. If this information was helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment letting me know which mistake surprised you most. Are you a first-timer planning your cruise, or a veteran cruiser with your own money-saving tips? I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy cruising and keep that wallet safe out there.